Welcome to the podcast. This is your host, Carson Neal, and with me is your co-host,
Randy Hernandez.
Okay, so there's been a lot happening in Mexico lately. A lot of fights, a lot of other stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Bro, what do you think about the fights that have been happening lately in our school?
Some fights, some of them were just petty fights, just to fight.
Okay. Which fight have you seen from this year that has not been a country white boy who doesn't know how to fight?
I don't know, man. Couple, actually.
Like, am I making a point right now?
I think there's only been one that hasn't included.
No, there's been two, I'm pretty sure.
Two?
Or last year there was M and T.
Yeah.
Can't say names, but
Yeah, no names because
I ain't trying to get in
we
trouble.
ain't no
but
snitch.
and now we got who is it? Is it who else?
Like recently?
Yeah, recently.
Like Friday recently? Or what?
There's a fight Friday?
Oh, a fight Friday? No, it was either like last week or 2 weeks ago. There was a fight
Between
two guys, between
Big T.
Big T, and there was one with D and B,
But bro, they cannot fight. Like,
No.
just watching the video,
It was
it's just all nothing but misses. I mean, that's probably a better thing for the school, so they don't have as much of a
thing to like nobody landed punches really, so
yeah.
I'm like, it's not even a fight. It's just argument while moving.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is.
Basically that fight was just pushing.
It really was, yes.
Like, there's nothing more. It was hilarious, bro.
It was.
It's like one of
the worst fights.
All right, so on to that. Like, there's a shooting in Mexico over the weekend. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Just tell me what you know.
I don't know much, but I heard that there was an altercation between like a man and 3 other people, and
Where was it at?
It was at the museum here in town, and he ended up getting shot, and he passed away, unfortunately, on this Friday. But a lot of weird things have been going on at the museum recently, past couple years.
Museum's probably cursed, honestly.
It is the curse of the museum, bro. Like,
Well,
just recently, a couple years ago, there was a suicide.
that was last year.
That was last year.
Whole bunch
that
of
was
kids
two.
on a
That
bus.
was two.
Like, I think multiple buses with like kids and stuff saw it too. Just that woman hanging.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh, then that means there was 2 suicides there because there was a hanging, and I'm pretty sure another dude killed himself there too. Like inside though. I heard something about it.
I don't remember. That must have been a long time ago.
That was a while ago though.
I don't remember that.
I remember a bunch of people were talking about it. I was like, well, I didn't know nothing about it. And they're like, yeah, he was like inside the museum. Like the janitors walked in one morning and saw him just like in a pile of blood or whatever.
That's crazy.
It really is. Like, that stuff isn't really too common here in town, but every time something happens.
It's becoming common.
Yeah, every time it happens, like the big ones, I'm almost certain they're always at the museum. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird.
And then museum's like the heart of town.
It really is. Yeah, it kind of is. Like when people drive
museum
past.
used to have slaves, didn't it?
I have no idea, but like when people drive past, like if they're driving through Mexico, they see the museum. They're like, wow, it's like a really like unique looking building from everything else in town, and they see that. And if they ask somebody about it, they're like, yeah, that place is like cursed or something. There's so many deaths happening there. So many bad things have been going on there. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, and last year also there's at the Trestles in our town.
Oh yeah.
There was a murder. Did they ever find out who did that?
They might have, but I don't really remember.
I didn't hear much after it.
It was during cross. Was it during cross country? Yeah. It was like we would always run there.
No, I think it was during the summer.
No, I thought it was like during like.
I thought it was during the summer. I might be wrong.
Like we would run the trestles for a route in cross country, and would run along the, would run right under the trestle, like would run through it, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
like would run
that was
it.
one of our runs.
Yeah,
it was
that
like
was
a
a
7 to 8
long
mile run.
Yeah, would run that, and to just find out that it happened where we would be like at least like once a week, that's it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, if you were there,
wasn't he stabbed and then the person caught his car on fire?
Something like that. I heard it was some weird stuff.
Yeah, it's just weird because Mexico isn't that bad of a place. Like, it's kind of a dead town at this point.
It really is. Like, it used to, like, back in the 70s, and, like, back then, it was, like, a really, thriving town and all that, with, like, community shops and everything.
Okay, we had to take a quick little break because there's some outside noise. Just making sure it didn't mess with the video so you guys would have the best video we could produce.
Yeah, and
so let's get back on what we're talking about.
Okay, carrying on from like Mexico being a dead town. Last year when I did a documentary about AP Greens here in town, we got to learn a lot more about like Mexico, and one of the people that worked there said that Mexico used to be like a big thriving town with like the communities, the square especially where all the stuff was going on. But then like Walmart came in. Almost
everybody's dad used to work at AP Greens.
Yeah, for at least a while.
Grandpa, I know a lot of my family worked there whenever it was open, all the way up into the 90s.
Yeah, until it was bought by like Shamrock.
But and is that whenever it closed down?
It filed for bankrupt in the 1990s, and then it was reopened again, but it was bought by I think Shamrock. And then after that, they filed for bankruptcy again. But I think are they open right now?
I think they just sell bricks in bulk.
Yeah.
For like kilns and stuff. Yeah, Mexico used to be known as a brick city. If you didn't know that, town used to be rich and now it's poor.
Yeah.
Crackheads.
Now
there's murder.
The curses, everything. And they said Walmart had to do a big thing like with the
I think Walmart has basically destroyed this town.
Yeah, Walmart destroyed
all these all these trashy people go there.
It threw all the other business. It threw
all the small businesses out of business in the middle of town are just dead now.
Yeah, it's kind of sad to see that, but you know.
I mean, I can't even say it's sad because I wasn't even old enough to see it. Yeah. I just know what it caused.
Yeah, like from the way that other people tell it, you know that it's something that wasn't good. Like, I mean, I don't think it was good, but I don't think it was bad.
I've never really asked my parents, but, like, I wonder if there's, like, protests to keep the Walmart from being there. I feel like there had to be. Or maybe at the time, since it was, like, a new thing, everybody wanted it.
Yeah, I feel like everybody... There was probably, like, two groups. Everybody wanted it, or nobody. Or, like, they didn't want it.
Yeah.
It was probably, like, the smaller businesses didn't want it, but everybody else did. So
now our town's nothing but antique shops and...
It's dead.
Mexican restaurants,
that's right. We got like 4 in town.
Yeah.
Like we have like 8 restaurants in town, and half of them are Mexican restaurants, and the other ones are like fast food.
So I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. So in our next video, we're hoping we can have a guest on, and we also want questions. In our next video, we're hoping to have at least one guest. And with that, we would like you to ask a couple of questions so we can answer them, like a Q&A, but we'll just include into the podcast.
Yeah.
So anything you might want to ask, in the future, we might do collaborations with different people on the platform. And is there anything you'd like to talk about? News, future guests?
You want to do something Florida news?
Well, actually... Future guests. So, if you're from our town, you'll know who Keely DeBlasi is. Yeah. He's going to be coming on. We're going to have some stories. Keely recommended Connor because he said Connor has some funny stories.
Yeah.
That's really what we're here for.
The big one we're looking forward to is the king
himself.
Retro Tony.
If you guys don't know who Retro Tony is, you probably don't because he's a smaller YouTuber.
But I personally
how many subscribers does he have? Like 3K?
He's
3.5.
He has like 2.5 right now, but
I thought he had 3.
In the past year, he's grown over 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Which is, for a small channel, is actually a lot.
And if you don't know who Retro Tony is, he's a teacher in our school. He also helps
he's also a wrestling coach. He's also a wrestling coach and part-time YouTuber. And
he also does tennis.
He does. Oh, tennis. Yeah, he's our tennis coach as well. And
he's pretty cool, actually.
He is a really cool dude.
He's if you guys know about the whole Billy Mitchell situation, whenever there's that big scandal with cheating on those old games.
Yeah. If you didn't see his video on it,
he did the interview with Billy Mitchell, didn't he? Or someone close to him.
Yeah,
someone famous.
He did a video with him, like meeting him and all that, and that video of his got like 38,000 views or something, which is pretty insane.
Do you know who he did the interview with?
I don't actually.
We'll have to try to remember that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and look that up.
Yeah. But correction, it's not that dude, Billy Mitchell. He interviewed Tim McVeigh, the Nibbler, who played the Nibbler in Man vs. Snake.
He didn't cheat, did he?
I don't think he was the one that cheating. I think he just interviewed him, and he actually did ask him about the Billy Mitchell situation and Twin Galaxies, the people that like do the scores and stuff. And he Tim McVeigh was like the world
record for
I think he was, yeah, the world record thing. But he produces a bunch of good just.
How much does he upload a week? Do you know? A couple of videos a week usually.
He live streamed yesterday actually. He was playing Madden 19. He was
really?
he was saying predictions. He was saying predictions about the Super Bowl. And he uploaded.
Was he right?
No. No. I don't think he was actually.
What do you think about the Super Bowl?
It was so terrible.
Honestly, at this point, I don't even watch the Super Bowl. The only reason why I know about it is because on Instagram I saw the whole SpongeBob thing.
Oh,
People
yeah.
got
I hated that too.
That.
There was a petition to sign in. I'm pretty sure it was 1 million people signed it or something like that. Some big number, and
it was definitely in 100,000s.
Yeah, it was above 100,000. People signed it, and when it came to it, they played the intro part of it where he's like, the person who doesn't need, it was Squidward saying, the person who doesn't need an introduction. And instead of playing Sweet Victory, they cut it to Travis Scott singing Sicko Mode. Oh my. That actually made me kind of mad too, because.
Yeah, I could tell a lot of people were mad about that.
It was very not.
Big letdown.
It was a big letdown. So was the game. 3-13. The Patriots won again. Tom Brady kissing his kids on the lips,
bro,
making
weird,
out with
bro.
them.
Who'd he make out with this time? Some old dude?
Yeah, some older. It might have been his dad. I'm not sure though.
That's
I saw
weird.
it that said.
Now I understand a hug,
a kiss on the cheek maybe.
I'm a hug my parents because I just. Did he win? Did he help win or anything?
The Patriots won.
Okay. See, look, I didn't even watch it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know shit. So, he won. He kisses his dad or whoever this old dude is on the lips. Makes out. He rubs
TV.
his nose.
He goes forehead to forehead with him, rubs his nose on him, and then gives him a big old kiss on the lips. Fat, juicy kiss on the lips. On national live television. But that's him. That's him.
Where's he from again? Alabama?
It's the South.
He seems like it, bro. I mean, I'm white, but I'm not that white. I gotta take a step back whenever I see stuff like that.
Take a step back.
So,
ski mask.
On that, we have news also. We're probably gonna be making other videos whenever we can. Here are some of the video ideas we have, and if you have any suggestions,
put them in the comments below.
I'd like you to ask. We'll probably do anything as long as we like it.
Yeah.
We might add upon it. So, $1 reviews, that's just going to be something stupid.
Yeah. We'll go to the Dollar Tree, we'll close our eyes in there, walk around, we'll grab something, and
spend $20 on stuff.
Even if it's not edible, we'll eat it.
Yeah.
Pesticides, anything. Electrical plugs.
Get some $1 fish.
Yeah. Ooh,
some salmon. Some of that cuisine.
Kid cuisine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have another one called Tales by Twain, which is going to be just us telling stories.
Yeah, we'll try to get, Because in this podcast, we'll also be telling stories because that's kind of what we want to base it upon. Funny stuff, funny stories. But we're probably going to make smaller things just for the stories. So you have like a bite-sized video you can watch. And also we give you more views from it. So anything we can do to get that shmoney, we gonna do it, bro. Okay. And then TwainCast is what you're watching right now.
We also have food reviews, which is gonna be like the King Noah's food reviews. Is that his name? It's like, welcome back to another episode of Noah's food reviews. Today we're gonna be reviewing Miracle Whip. I like that video. And then we're gonna be doing gaming montages, like one every other week or so.
Yeah, it'd probably be the best idea. So what we're thinking about doing is doing a kind of switch off. We'll do gaming 1 week, and then we'll do the podcast 1 week. And we might add stuff in there. We don't know yet. We need to get situated first because we're just now starting to get back into the YouTube
grind again.
Yeah, and then we're thinking about doing unboxing also.
Like if it's a gaming unboxing or something.
Or just anything.
Yeah.
Might unbox a microwave.
Yeah.
Throw a cat in there too.
Yeah.
You know, same old.
We might also be reviewing games and stuff for like upcoming games, like or older games too.
And if we don't like the game, give it away.
That's right. If we don't enjoy the game, we will give it away to one of you guys.
Yeah. A lucky subscriber. We'll probably do it on a live stream, so make sure if you see a live stream, go ahead and get on there. And anything happening in video games or music?
Video games. I mean, I think there's a couple video games coming out this year. Like some I'm looking forward to. Mm-hmm. You looking forward to any?
Honestly, I don't even know. There's a new Metro Exodus game. I think it's a DLC, or maybe it's just a new game. It's just adding a whole bunch of new parts. Yeah. I don't know much about it, so. Yeah. It's just like a Mad Max style thing. There's like different levels.
Or movies.
Movies? What movie are you thinking about?
Avengers Endgame. That one. Because Infinity War was actually a really good movie.
I'm going to be honest, I've not watched a movie, like an Avengers movie, or Marvel since, like, I don't even know. The last one I really watched was Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I haven't watched Black Panther. I don't care anything about that.
I think that...
none of the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah. I think that Avengers Infinity War should have been nominated for best, like, was it CGI or something like that?
Probably. There's all
it was Black
awards.
Panther was nominated instead of Infinity War, even though I think it was better. But the new one that's coming out in April, Avengers Endgame, I actually do not know what's going to happen in that one, because when I was watching, like...
How are they not going to bring back the characters, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Especially since Spider-Man has a movie coming out.
Unless they're gonna milk it and then come out with it might just be a different universe.
No, I think they said something. I watched something that said the Spider-Man one. It's happening before like all this happens. Like it's weird, but when I was watching like what might happen in Avengers Infinity War, they were saying like Thanos was gonna get half the stones in one movie, and then the second part was gonna be the other thing, but. Now that it's Endgame, now that, spoiler alert, a lot of people died in Infinity War. I don't know what they're going to do in Endgame.
If you don't know the ending by now, I haven't even watched the movie, I know the ending. They all die, he snaps his finger. You should have aimed for the head.
Yeah. Black Panther dies, Spider-Man dies, Groot dies.
Who cares?
Yeah, nobody cares. But
if it's not Baby Groot, I don't care about it.
Baby Groot died.
Oh, is Baby Groot?
Yeah, well, Groot is Baby Groot.
God damn it! Why?
But I don't know what they're gonna do now that like Tony Stark is stranded in like space or something like that.
Is he?
Yeah, I was watching the like trailer for it, the movie preview for Endgame, and it said I'm running out of oxygen or whatever, like something like that. And he was just in the middle of space, like stranded. And then a new one came out like just recently. It was like they won't back down, but what are they gonna do? Like. I don't even think they know where Thanos is or anything like that, because he just disappears into like another place, and it's just weird. Like I don't know what's gonna happen in it. Like if they're just trying to get revenge, trying to get their friends back, trying to kill Thanos, because like at this point Thanos has already done what he's planning to do. I'm like, the only thing
they're probably just gonna try and get him back, and then like Thanos would be like, no, it's meant to be this way, and then
I feel like something that I think might happen is they'll take like the time stone. I feel like they'll just like they'll manage to like take it or something like that. They'll reverse everything that happened. They'll go back to where it says you should have aimed for the head, and it'll actually go for the head this time. And that'll be the end of the movie. I feel like that's something that.
No, just the end of the movie is him just getting shot, and it's like the end.
Yeah.
It's like not even half the length of the other movie.
Yeah.
Just like rewind, boom.
It's like it's rewind time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually one movie I'm looking forward to.
So we got any music you're thinking about? Any music news?
Let's see. I'm not sure.
What about 21 Savage?
Oh, in the whole UK situation?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, if you haven't heard yet, 21 Savage got taken by ICE because they say he's not actually from Atlanta, that he's from the UK.
Which is just crazy to think about.
Because he's always saying, like, even if you look it up on Google, it says, where was 21 Savage born? It says Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because he's, like, been living this whole, like, the Atlanta rapper life. Because, you know.
I mean, he might have still shot people.
Yeah.
He's probably, I mean, if he did live in Atlanta, though.
Yeah.
For, like, probably not even a short period, probably for a long time.
Yeah. And I saw these memes a lot that said, like, they take his music. It's like, you can't even touch her or something like that because she hanging with bosses and stuff, you know? It's like, can't even talk to that. She talking with bosses. You know?
Yeah.
They kept saying he's referring to the queen. He can't talk to her because she's always with, like, the bigger people. It's like, now it all makes sense.
That's
and everything.
dumb.
And then they took that one interview where he's talking all British, or he's like elegant, and they're like, it's like, yeah, we should have figured this out sooner. He's like, he's British.
Yeah.
But
nah, they're just being dumb.
Yeah. But I don't know. Do you think 21 Savage is from the UK?
I don't see why they would arrest him if he wasn't. I think the question is, do you think he'll get deported? I honestly don't think he will. He has enough money.
I feel like he still might get deported, but he's going to come
He has
back.
a chance, but he's also giving people jobs.
Oh, you're right.
He hasn't done really that much bad in the U.S.
Hasn't he gotten arrested?
Yeah, but what?
I'm pretty sure if he overstayed his visa, supposedly.
Oh, definitely.
They said he overstayed his visa. And I'm pretty sure if you commit a crime while you're trying to get your green card to stay in the USA, it's automatically taken away from you.
You have to restart, or you just can't get it?
I think you just can't get it in general. But correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think.
Now, could he still tour here?
No, I would assume, yeah. I think he would still be able to be here, though. Like, I feel like all people that have money, like, if you have money, you basically got, like, I think you got a free entrance into the U.S., basically. If you're, like...
See, I don't know
especially
about that.
If you're a rapper, too. Like, people that travel a lot, like, for things like that, I feel like that, because you
still have to have passports and all that stuff.
Yeah. But
it's just easier because you're rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, any other future guests you're thinking about? Sorry about jumping around.
It's good. Any other future guests? We might.
Araja. Givens.
Yeah. We could have
who?
Jeffrey Penn.
Maybe.
We have Jeffrey. He's a cool man.
Did you talk to him about the podcast over the weekend?
No, but I feel like he would probably want to.
Yeah. We just need to get people who have good stories.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of can't wait for Connor because I heard there's some funny stuff. Yeah. I'll give you, like, okay, I heard...
sneak peek.
He's told me 2 stories. One of them I heard from Keely, and one of them I heard from him himself. He said he almost got fired. And Connor's kind of, like, crazy.
Crazy kid, yeah.
So, this is what he did. Someone was being disrespectful and yelling at him, and he decided to spit on them.
While working.
Yeah, just while working, just spit on somebody.
In his uniform.
Okay, and here's the other story. This dude is at the cashier. He's, like, being a cashier.
Yeah.
The person smelled so bad that he puked on the register.
Oh, no. Oh no!
Like I've only ever had one smell that bad. I can just imagine what this person smelled like, bro.
Oh my! He must have smelled like those stink bombs. You know the ones that have been going around here at school. They've been buying them.
I think I know who.
I know who's selling them. But
then,
I don't know, man.
Jay's getting them. You know who Jay is, right?
Wait, who?
JM.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he had 2 stink bombs, bro. He busts them
in the locker
room. I go down there. I'm like, ugh. Oh my god, bro. Like, it was disgusting. And these ones are like, they're not that expensive, but they're more expensive than like the normal ones. Like, you can buy a pack of like 24 of them for like $13, I think. I might have to check that later. But it's hilarious, bro. Like, people were just like passing around. He's like, oh no, I forgot one in someone's class. Hopefully no one gets it.
Oh yeah, because they're like, people are trying to get their hands on them now. Because I'm pretty sure there's only like 1 or 2 people that are actually like
giving them out. Yeah, that. Whew, it's disgusting. It just smells like sulfur. I remember somebody farts and it's just.
It smells like someone farted.
Like eggs, like straight eggs.
Like, it's like if they ate raw fish, raw eggs and everything, and they literally pooped and farted it out.
But it's like they ate the egg disgusting. And that shit fermented inside their body, and they laid that shit.
Dang. But.
All right, so we're getting towards the end of the podcast. We're gonna go ahead and introduce a segment for our first podcast. This is called Today in Florida News. We'll be looking up what's happening in Florida, because there's always something crazy.
Florida's just crazy. Oh, there's something right here that says Florida man used a wig as a disguise during a robbery.
Okay. Florida man kills in-laws after posing as their murdered daughter for a year, cops say. How?
People are crazy. Bro.
How can you...
Oh my gosh. Florida is just like one of those, like, why is it part of the U.S.?
It shouldn't be.
Like, Florida and California. Well, I think they said Southern and Northern California are trying to split apart from each other.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, I read something.
I mean, I've heard stuff like California's trying to become its own country. It's like,
yeah.
That's always been a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Florida man used the wig as a disguise during a robbery. Deputies say it worked against him. I mean,
I don't know what goes through Floridian or whatever. They're
Floridian.
People, I don't know what goes through their mind when they do this type of stuff.
Floridans.
Crazy people. Crackheads. Oh, crackheads. Those are a force to be reckoned with.
Bro, they're unkillable. They have superpowers, bro.
Yes.
Crackheads?
Crackheads are insane,
okay,
bro.
Do yourself a favor and look up crackheads with superpowers on YouTube. You'll see some of the most crazy stuff, like people falling from like roofs, landing on cars, busting through the windows, and just standing up and walking away. Mm-hmm. People doing like backflips off 40-foot like jumps, not landing on their back, which should kill any normal person. Just getting up and be like, get my dollar.
Yeah, like there's oh my gosh, they're crazy. Crackheads. It said something about a crackhead was fighting off police with one hand while jacking off with the other. That's crazy.
God damn.
Too many.
These crackheads need to calm down.
Crackheads, just crazy crackheads, bro.
And with that being said, we'll go ahead and end the podcast.
Would appreciate you drop a like, subscribe.
Go ahead and ask a question.
Yeah, make sure you comment down below if there's anything you want to ask, anything you want to
Any feedback's important to us.
Yeah. Even if it's like
something dumb.
Yeah, some dumb.
Any comments, a comment.
Yeah. Any comment, if you have any suggestions, just thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe.
We'll see you on the next podcast. in our next video, we're hoping to have at least one guest. And with that, we'd like you to ask a couple